Hello everyone, today we will be talking more on orthographic projection, but before that I'm going to draw an isometric block, and from that we are going to get the front view, also known as the front elevation, the plan view, also known as the top elevation, and the side view, also known as the end elevation. So stay with me, let's dive down to today's business. So you drag your cursor up. You want to draw the isometric block, you tap, you put the distance and the angle. Now we are dragging it to the right, so we are going to use a distance of 60 millimeters at an angle of 30 degrees. To do that, we'll simply, if you notice, you see rectangles, you click on it, then you input 60 and you input the angle 30, you click on the blue tick, and that's it, you've gotten it. Next up, we'll draw another line vertically upwards, tap, input 60 millimeters at angle 90 and you click on it. So after that, we want to get this first part first, this view from the front view. When we are looking at the front view, then we drag it down at angle 150 degree at a distance of 20 millimeters. So we input 150 and input 20, you click on it, you bring it down. But there's another way you can do it. Let me show you a faster method. So I'll undo this and we'll do it using the other method. So the other method is very simple. You simply drag your cursor, click on draw, click on line, then drag your cursor up. At this point, tap, drag it up vertically upwards. You input the distance 20 millimeters at angle 90. You click on the blue tick, then you take it again to the right at angle 30 degrees. You input 20 millimeters at angle 30, click on the blue tick, tap, you press enter. Next thing, you copy it. You first of all select the line, you zoom in a bit, so you select both lines, zoom in again, select, then you go to copy, you copy it, then from this point you tap, you drag it up, tap again, drag it up, tap again. So we've gotten this part from the front view. So next up, we'll be drawing from the end view. To do that, you simply click on draw, drag your cursor up, tap, drag out the line, but this time we'll be using angle 150 degree. Click on it, angle 150 degree, and the distance will be 15 millimeters. You enter. Next up, you drag it up vertically upwards. Remember, our height will be, it will be 60 millimeters. So we input it as 60 millimeters, drag it up, click on the rectangle, input 60 millimeters at angle 90, you click. Next up, you drag it down to this other point at angle 30, you put 20 millimeters at angle 30, you click, then drag it down, you put 40 millimeters at angle 90 and you click on it. Next up, you join it to this point and you tap, and that's it. Now we will now copy this line. Let's zoom in a bit to make our work faster. We'll copy it, click on copy, drag it to this point, you tap, put it here, you tap. Let's do it again. You tap, copy, you drag your cursor from this point, you tap, raise it up, you tap, raise it up again, you tap, raise it up, tap, and finally raise it up here, you tap. So you see our shape is forming, is coming out gradually. So the next thing is to what? Copy this other part, like the first step we did. Then to make our work faster, we just drag it down to the other edge and then put it again, and we are done with this part. So as you can see, our side view is coming out. Next up, you click on line and you draw a line to connect this other part. So from here, you tap to this point, you tap. So what's left is our plan view, that is our plan elevation or the top view. So we'll click on line, we draw, we tap, and we'll make sure we use the correct angle, that's angle 30, and put the distance of 60 millimeters, and we tap, we join it, and that's all. We've gotten our what? Isometric what? Cube. So next up, we are going to what? Use this isometric cube to draw our orthographic projection. Yes, we draw it in this space below. So stay with me. Here will be for our front view, while this other part will be for our top view or plan view. Then this part will be for the side view. All right. So now we are going to change the line color. To do that, we have to change the layer. We have two layers here. One is the helper line and the other one is the orthographic line. The orthographic line will be blue. So you click on the menu by this side, click on the properties, click on layers, then you go to auto lines, click on it, set it as current, then exit by clicking that X above, and you see that when you draw now, the line will no more be white, it's going to be blue. So now we are drawing our what? Front view. To do that, we need to know the dimension of the front view, and we are going to use a rectangle to make it faster and easier. And that rectangle, the length will be 60 millimeters and the height, so we'll tap, we'll drag it out and put the distance 60 by 60. Next up, we'll offset this rectangle, but before that we'll have to explode it. So let's zoom in, select the rectangle and explode it. Why we are exploding it? So that each line will be an individual line, because like this, it's a polyline, it's a combined line. But now we'll break it, we'll explode it before we offset it. So after exploding, we'll click on it and we'll offset. You drag the cursor, you tap and put the offset distance of 20 millimeters. You press the blue tick to enter, you drag it up and you tap, and the command is still active. So you drag it down again, offset again, and once you reach there, another offset line of 20 meters will show. You drag it up and you tap to input. Now we'll offset it from the vertical line. Tap, okay, drag it, and we'll do it like that. Okay, very simple, right? We'll do it twice, tap. So this will make our work easier. So all we have to do now is to trim it to get the front view. So now I'll show you the parts we are going to try to get on the isometric cube. I'll be highlighting it. Let's zoom in a bit. So this is what we are trying to get. All right, I'm selecting all the parts we're going to get. This is what we are seeing when we are looking from the front view. Yes, the front elevation. So from this triangle now, we will turn the offset. So now we'll erase. We'll go to quick trim to erase all the unwanted parts. So escape, quick trim, zoom in. So let's trim this part, trim this other part. Just one tap and that line will disappear. So if you make a mistake, you can simply undo. So that's it. We are done trimming it and we are done with our front view. Very easy, right? So next up, we'll be drawing our plan view. That is the top view, or we call it plan elevation. Yes, when you are looking at it from above. Okay, let me draw arrow so you understand what I'm saying. Let me just draw an arrow. Okay, so let's get this arrow. We'll select this arrow, then we'll copy it, or no, let's mirror it instead. Let's not copy it, let's mirror it. So we'll select it again and we'll click on mirror. Oh, select that part. Let's remove this other part that we don't want. Alright, so click on mirror. So from this midpoint, we'll place our cursor at this midpoint and drag it up. So the line, the arrow will appear at the other side. Yes, that's it. Then erase source object. No, they will show you an option. Click on no. It has appeared. So next up, we are going to copy this arrow now. We'll select it and copy it upwards from the tip. Okay, let's drag it up. I don't know if this space will be enough when we rotate it, so let's just keep it here for now. Okay, here should be okay, and we are done. So next up, we'll rotate. So let's select the arrow and rotate it. Select, rotate. Click on rotate from the tip. You rotate it. Oh, we're touching our borderline, so let's bring it down a bit. So escape, zoom in, select again. This time we are going to move it down. Okay, let's move it down a bit. All right, here we do. So click on it. So select it now and rotate it. We are using the green selection, so we can easily select everything. From this point, you tap, you drag it, and we've gotten the vertical direction. So we'll now move it closer to our plan. Let's select it and move it closer to our plan. All right, perfect. So this is where we drop it. So now next up, we will now draw our top view. What we'll be seeing from the top, we'll draw everything. But before that, let's edit the name. Plan view or top view. Yes, we edit it. We'll edit others too. Click on the, yes, that's all. Just click on it. Let's give space. Okay, and we are done. Click on the front view. You tap edit text. So we'll call it front view or front elevation. So click on OK. I will do the same. Let's move it up a bit so it will fit in. Select it, then you drag it, you move it up, and it's okay there. Tap, you go to the end view, select it, you edit text as the multi-text, you give space. Next, right side view. All right, bracket close, and that's it. So we'll adjust it a bit, select and move it. All right, this place will be do, and that's it. So we've arranged it properly. We have our plan, our end, and our front view. So let's copy the front view to this other part. Copy and place it here. All right, next up, we'll be drawing the plan view or the top view. So to do that, let's do something before that. Let's draw a line using our helper line. So I will show you the part we'll see. Okay, let me highlight every part we'll see. Looking from the top, I'm selecting them. So the ones marked with blue, those are the parts we are going to see if we are looking from above, that's from the top view. Yes, so that's what we are trying to get now. So we'll draw a rectangle, then offset it like 2 times, then we'll now trim it to get this view. Are you seeing the view like an L shape? Yes. So to do that, it's very simple. Let's change our properties to helper lines so we can divide this orthographic plane equally or evenly. Okay, just give me 1 second. All right, tap, drag it, tap, drag it up, and you tap, then you go back and change it back to orthographic lines from layers. So later I'll be teaching you more on layers so you know how to use them. All right, we're done with our layer. So now if we draw it to be blue, so click on draw, click on rectangle. After that, we'll get the dimension. Tap here, we drag it out, and the length will be what? 60, and the height will be what? 50. All in millimeters. You enter. So we've gotten the length and we've gotten the height, so we'll explode it. Select the rectangle and explode it. Okay, after exploding it, we'll offset it like we did in the first one. So let's start from the vertical angle. We'll offset it, and we want to get that L shape, so we'll drag it out and put our offset distance of 20 millimeters. You click the blue tick, you drag it out again, and you tap. So now we'll do the same thing again, drag it out and you tap. Next up, we'll offset from up by 20 millimeters. To do that, very simple. Click on the line, select, okay, and put the distance 20. Let's do it again. All right, let's zoom in a bit. We can get it. Select the line, offset, drag it 20, tap 20, and click on the blue tick. All right, we're done. So sometimes you have to zoom in so you can be precise, since you are using AutoCAD mobile. So next up, we'll trim it, and we'll trim it to get that shape. That's the L shape we are seeing above. Yes, so every unwanted line we are going to remove it now. So let's zoom in a bit. Click on quick trim, zoom in so it will be accurate. After zooming, you tap again, so you see our shape is coming out. Tap this other side, undo, tap it again, undo, tap, undo. Let's zoom in a bit. So we tap, and we've gotten the L shape, and we've gotten this other shape. All right, so we are done with our side view. We are done with it, so we can simply move to the next one. So to do that, let's first of all drag our end. Let's drag it out, drag it. Okay, we are zooming it, so we'll draw the final part. That's the okay, let's just name it plan, drag it down, drop. All right, so we are done with front and plan view. So next up is side view. So let's zoom in a bit and show you what we'll see. Alright, select all the parts we'll see from the side view. Okay, watch the part I'm selecting. Those are the parts you see from the side view. Alright, there's also an L shape with two other rectangles above, so we'll draw it now. Remember, the length of our side view is 50 millimeters and the height is 60 millimeters. So click on rectangle, you tap, you drag it out, you input your dimensions, click on it, 60, 50 millimeters and 60. Click on the blue tick and we've gotten our rectangle. Next up, we'll explode it. Select and click on explode. Then next up, we'll offset it. Click on the line, click on offset, input the distance of 20 millimeters, drag it forward and you tap. Then we'll offset from up. Click on it again, you drag it down, you tap, and one more time drag it down and you tap. So we are done with our side view. Next up, trim it to get this L shape. Let's zoom in a bit. So we'll remove unwanted parts. Let's clean it up, and one more part, and that's it. We are done. So now we'll name it. Drag that, we'll copy the name, that's the end view. Copy it, click on it, copy, and you paste it here. So that's how simple it is to draw an orthographic projection using AutoCAD mobile app. First of all, you draw your isometric block. After drawing your isometric block, then you now look at it from 3 different angles. Alright, let me do one more thing. Let's connect all of them, but I'll be speeding up this part, so stay with me. So we've connected all the extension lines using our helper lines in white. So if you enjoyed this video, we'll also be doing more videos and more examples on isometric drawing and orthographic projection. So make sure you watch our next video, share to your friends, share to your loved ones, to other engineering students and architectural students, and make sure you don't forget to like, you subscribe, and drop a comment in the section below, so we'll know what we'll do for you next. Thank you, and see you in our next video.